The Shape of Water. I actually saw this film a couple of months ago, but I got busy with a bunch of stuff, so I wasn't able to review it at the time. But I do have an admiration for this movie, and after seeing the Oscars and it won Best Picture, I feel like I can talk about it a little more in depth. Not so much in depth though, because this is going to be a pretty simple review of what I thought of the film. And I feel like I wanted to add this to my catalog of reviews because I have previous year's Best Picture winner and I reviewed Birdman when I was still writing reviews and Spotlight, so I want to have a Shape of Water review saved for myself. This is a film about a woman named Eliza, played by Sally Hawkins, who's mute. She goes to work every single day. She works as this janitor in this facility, this government facility. And one day an asset is brought in there, a very mysterious asset from somewhere in South America. And she has to go inside and clean this place up a little bit. And once she does, she sees the creature, she develops a bond with it, and there's a relationship that blossoms between the two. However, the man in charge of this asset, played by Michael Shannon, is not having the fact that this creature needs to live and needs to get it killed for something that is within himself, some reason. This is a film that I know a lot of people have not yet seen, and I know some people have seen it, but it would be wrong to say that this review of mine deserves to have spoilers in it, because it doesn't. I feel like even now, I'm going to keep the spoiler free because I want people to see this movie if they haven't. So if you've not seen the film, do check it out. This film is amazing. It's amazing. I love it so much, and I've loved it more and more ever since I saw it. I saw it as recently as last night, and it's one of those beautiful films that you just can't get it out of your head. Guillermo del Toro directed this thing so beautifully. It looks visually stunning. One of the most beautiful films of 2017 easily. It's so great to see him really, giving this the vision it deserves, because you can look at the story and it's very easy to go into it saying it's like a Beauty and the Beast story and it's basically an adaptation of that. Yeah, and at the same time, no, because there are other subplots in the film that are going on, particularly with Michael Stuhlbarg's character, who plays a doctor, a scientist in the facility, but he's got his own thing going on in the background regarding who he is. This film also has some very interesting themes. One of the biggest themes it raises, especially with Eliza's character, is this idea of being incomplete. She gives this amazing speech at one point in the film where she basically does it all in sign, and Richard Jenkins' character, who is so good in this movie, basically translates everything that she's saying out loud, and you hear this absolutely heart-wrenching speech. It's one of the best scenes I saw last year, and right there and then you understand that this entire film, all the characters in it, have this sense of incomplete lives to them. And this film is bringing all of that together with the advent of this creature, and you suddenly feel how this creature connects to everyone's lives. I love the fact that when a film can do that, it does it so effectively. This is, like I said, it's such a beautiful film, but there's a lot of things also which make it so good, and one of those things is Sally Hawkins. She was Oscar nominated. If she had won, it would have been amazing, but it's alright. She's so good here. This is such a tough performance to pull off, but she somehow pulls it off. Octavia Spencer is always a charming person, and she's one of the greatest people ever. Richard Jenkins, like I said, is really good. Michael Shannon is very menacing here when he has to be at points. There are some very crazy scenes with him. Michael Stuhlbarg is the same. He's also really good here. There's a lot of things which are amazing. The score by Alexandre Desplat, which won last night, also phenomenal score, beautifully done, very melodic, has its moments of feeling nice and fantastical and also feeling thrilling at the same time. Beautiful music all around. This is a very beautiful film. I love every single thing about it. If I really had an issue with it, which I really don't, it's just a little thing though, I feel like there is a point coming to the end of the film where it gets a little more predictable, like you know what's gonna happen. But then the film does it in a way that I actually did appreciate it. There are some pacing issues at points. I think that could have been perfected a little bit better. But I will leave it with this. I think this film, despite the fact that I have some issues with it, deserved to win a Best Picture award. Last year was such a competitive year that honestly, aside from a couple of choices here and there, I would have been fine with any of them winning Best Picture, and I'm so glad that this one won. I would have been fine with a couple of other choices too. But if you haven't seen Shape of Water, definitely go see it. I don't think this is like a masterpiece movie though. I think it is incredibly close, but it is an amazing film, and it was one of the best movies of last year that I saw. I'm gonna give The Shape of Water a 9.5 out of 10. Very minor little pacing issues for me, and just that little bit of predictability a little bit at points towards the end. That's it. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching. Look forward to more reviews very soon. As always, if you like this, please do subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the movies.